I didn't know who I was until I started learning about EQ. My people pleasing addiction was so raging. I didn't have an opinion about anything. I didn't have any goals or dreams because I wanted to hear yours first to make sure that my goals and dreams lined up with your goals and dreams. Otherwise, I was going to be judged by you. And then if I got judged by you, well, crap, that means I'm not valuable and I'm not worth it and I'm not worthy. And it means my goals and dreams are bad. So, yeah, I'm telling you, this is real stuff. Welcome to the EQ Gangster podcast, where you will learn practical tools to grow your mental and emotional health and intelligence to be the best version of yourself, both at work and at home. It is real, raw, and transformational. The journey of emotional growth isn't easy, but it's worth it. I believe in you. This episode is sponsored by Arrowhead Leadership Consulting. What are your organization's biggest pain points right now? Low EQ leaders, weak managers, toxic culture, high turnover, low engagement, leader development, lagging behind company growth, no company career path. Let us know if your organization needs leadership coaching, workshops, training, or keynotes. Visit arrowhead-leadership.com for more details. Arrowhead-leadership.com. EQ Gangsters. This episode is going to be from the book Changes That Heal by Dr. Henry Cloud. Super stoked to share this with you. Again, it's coming straight from Dr. Henry Cloud's book, Changes That Heal. I'm going to share some highlights with you that absolutely throat punched me. And it's going to be about boundaries, our lack of boundaries, the consequences of not having boundaries in our lives or not having healthy boundaries in our lives. And for the first 4 decades of my life, I didn't know what boundaries even were. So I had no boundaries in my life. And I wouldn't have known a boundary if it hit me in the face. So this, part of this EQ journey has been discovering what are boundaries? What should my boundaries be? What should other people's boundaries be? Not that I would tell them or whatever, but like I wasn't aware of anyone else's boundaries either. And so the consequences of not having boundaries are far reaching, but I had no idea. I am thankful for sun and clouds and blue skies and rain and snow and pets, specifically dogs. I'm thankful for birds. I'm thankful for fish. I'm thankful for water. I'm thankful for cold plunges. I'm thankful for cold showers. I'm thankful for glasses and contacts. I'm thankful for working out. I'm thankful for consistency and discipline. I'm thankful for real homies. I'm thankful for, learning how to help somebody that is sucking. More lessons on that down the road. Have definitely, through a friend of mine who I've been able to watch, I've never done it well compared to how this guy has done it. And so I'm thankful for that. Okay, so Changes That Heal, Dr. Henry Cloud, when we fail to develop boundaries. Symptoms, now check this out. Symptoms of failing to set boundaries. Depression is number one. Depression. The lack of boundary setting sets us up for being mistreated, and much pain follows. Others are depressed because they turn their anger inward at people who are controlling them. Okay, another one, panic. Another one, resentment. Passive aggressive behavior. Codependency. Identity confusion. I didn't know who I was until I started learning about EQ. My people pleasing addiction was so raging. I didn't have an opinion about anything. I didn't have any goals or dreams because I wanted to hear yours first to make sure that my goals and dreams lined up with your goals and dreams. Otherwise, I was going to be judged by you. And then if I got judged by you, well, crap, that means I'm not valuable and I'm not worth it and I'm not worthy. And it means my goals and dreams are bad. So yeah, I'm telling you, this is real stuff. Difficulty being alone. I hated being alone. Anytime I was alone, I would always have noise in the background, or I'd have the TV going or music in the background, because I couldn't handle being alone in silence with my own thoughts, because I hated myself so much. So difficulties with being alone. Masochism. Masochists are people who get pleasure from suffering physical or psychological pain inflicted by others or by themselves. Masochism. That's I don't know if I've heard that word before. So, victim mentality, blaming, over responsibility and guilt, under responsibility, feelings of obligation, feelings of being let down, isolation, extreme dependency, disorganization and lack of direction, substance abuse and eating orders, procrastination, impulsivity, generalized anxiety, obsessive compulsive behavior. It's like he just summed up the story of my life in like 10 pages, like no joke, minus the masochist thing. But I mean, I think every single one of those, y'all. Oh man. So there are some real consequences to not having boundaries, y'all. Real consequences. That'd be another audit that I would recommend is do a boundary audit. How are your boundaries? Are they serving you? Are they healthy? Are they productive? Are you enforcing them? Are you communicating them safely and firmly and lovingly? Now, here are some barriers to creating boundaries. Past injury, distorted thinking, our view of ourselves. I'm bad for having boundaries. I'm selfish for owning my own life. My wants aren't important. My wants are the only ones that are important. I must have everything I want. I am responsible for others. I must do what everyone wants of me. Whatever goes wrong is my fault. Nothing is my fault. Our view of others, barriers to creating boundaries. They will hate me for saying no. People will leave me for having my own boundaries. People are controlling and want to manipulate me. Others will resent my assertiveness and requests. They will leave me if I don't keep them happy. Others are responsible for me. People are selfish if they do not do what I want. People are unloving if they say no to me. People expect me to be compliant to their wishes. Others are responsible for my behaviors. Our view of God, barriers to creating boundaries. God doesn't want me to own my own life. God doesn't want me to have anything of my own. God wants me to have everything I want. God thinks I'm selfish when I say no to others. God wants me to allow others to do whatever they want to me or to others. God doesn't want me to pursue what I want. God is totally sovereign and in control. Therefore, I have no responsibility. God is a hands-off God and is not involved in my life. If God says no to me, he doesn't love me. God is forgiving and won't discipline me for my sin. God is all limits and no love. Again, that's chapter 9 in Changes That Heal by Dr. Henry Cloud. Chapter 9 in Changes That Heal by Dr. Henry Cloud. And I just did the highlights. I'm telling you, that book is life-changing. But the power that boundaries, the role that boundaries play is And the consequences of not having boundaries, as you heard, are can be catastrophic. Catastrophic, y'all. So schedule a good boundary audit for yourself and just do an assessment on your boundaries. Thank you for letting me be a part of this journey and for being a part of for me being a part of your journey. And and you are worth it. You are worth it becoming the healthiest, emotionally healthiest version. It's not easy, y'all. It is not easy, but it is so worth it.